Monica Woodman is a member of CESJ and has been working to establish our chapter in Cleveland, Ohio. She is organizing with others to introduce capital homesteading models at the community and enterprise level. Let's hear from Ohio. Yay!
O-H-I-O! Let's do the O!
H-I-O. Okay. Thank you, Bob. Good afternoon, and thank you, Dr. Kurland and Mrs. Kurland, and all my fellow CESJ members. I'm truly excited to be here today. 4 years ago, I came to this rally with my brother and sister, and we're here today with two others from Cleveland, Ohio. We decided to come to that rally as a tribute to our father, Robert P. Woodman, who passed away in 2010. Our father was a man of principle who demonstrated moral courage, advocating positive social change through broad-based capital ownership. He was a writer, a true revolutionary, and so much more. He advocated social justice at a level above of anyone else I have ever known, until I met his mentor, Norman Kurland, the president of the Center for Economic and Social Justice, an organization of which I am a proud member. My experience at the first rally changed me. It spurred me into action. When I returned home to Cleveland, Ohio, I began reaching out to community leaders, business leaders, religious leaders, and local banks. Through that effort, things began to take shape. Like a mentor to my father, Norm was there every step of the way. There were conference calls and introductions, meetings and discussions. Soon we engaged with a company that is now developing into our first working model. This model will create a new financial tool called capital credit insurance, so desperately needed for feasible startup companies to develop and grow our struggling economy. This model will be the first 100% employee-owned startup company structured as a 100% leveraged S-Corp ESOP operating under justice-based management with equal ownership opportunity, equal ownership rights, and equal annual stock allocations. What does this mean? Well, number one, once an employee becomes fully vested in this type of company, whether they hold the position of a janitor or a CEO, they are equal owners. Their pay structures may differ, but their ownership is equal. Number two, owners don't just bring home a paycheck, they also bring home company profits. This creates customers with more purchasing power, which helps our economy grow. I have been extremely blessed along the way. Nobody can make the kinds of social and economic changes we are striving for without the help of others. I have connected with so many extraordinary people along the way. My friend and past client, Denise, who I am delighted to say is with us here today. Denise played a key role in introducing us to the startup company we are now working with as our first employee-owned startup model in Cleveland. In August of 2013, we had a CESJ retreat in Cleveland, Ohio. Part of that retreat was a strategic planning session where we discussed development of the CESJ Ohio chapter. That November, a group of us started meeting once a month to begin the formation of that chapter. I am also delighted to have our newest member, Robin.
Hey, Robin, all right.
Join us here today in Washington. Robin has recently passed the Ohio State Bar and is now a lawyer learning all about the just third way.
Yay!
My law school teaches justice. Her law school teacher, she tells me, is justice.
Teaches justice.
Teaches justice, sorry. Excuse me. So we look for our chapter's future growth to come from reaching out to interfaith organizations, educational institutions, and the business community. We believe once introduced to the Just Third Way, we will connect with like-minded leaders who will help us create the kind of social and economic system change that even Pope Francis himself is advocating for today's society. We cannot do it alone and welcome all people looking for a better way to step up and check out the Just Third Way at www.cesj.org. Thank you and God bless.
Hey!